kidney, very important. It filters. But in Polish it says
nerka,
organ,
organ,
I heard from a lot of people, and just it's a mixing of language. I mean, just they just mess language up. Like an organ, they say nerka, but that's how I was introduced to, but it's organ. Anyway, kidney stones. I knew a couple people that actually had them. They were of age, like my age or older. One of them was my manager. He constantly kept rubbing on his back. On his kidney. I don't know if it's the left or the right one. He said he had back. I don't know if he told me he had backache. I don't know if he openly admitted or anything like that. And there was another driver named Marius. He would just say he would actually he'd tell me he had like uh, a severe kidney breakdown, a damage or breakdown or whatever. I guess it was a kidney stone, but he couldn't even move. He had to and the doctor someone told him that he had to or stand on his hands till he figured it out or something, or he went in a bathtub. But you know that was years prior, I believe, and it's like he still had that problem, kidney stones. I mean, you're gonna have kidney issues. You have kidney stones. And there's a couple people, that just went through those doors. They just were experiencing that. Marius over there, he told me, he's like, the doctor told him, well, why don't you just try drinking more beer? And I get it. You drink beer, it flushes your system. I don't know what kind of beer you drink, but there's so many different things you could get into that you won't even have that problem, that pain. And Marius over there, I mean, he's in his 40s. Actually, years ago he was probably like late 30s, early 40s. He wasn't that of age. And it's like he would stand, just constantly rub his back and say his back hurts. I don't know if he had those symptoms. There's like a lot of symptoms that shows a kidney stone. Which, I mean, it's just very painful to pass it nonetheless. But if you have one or plenty, I mean, there's on the internet. There's things you could do. There's medicine also preventive, but things you eat actually, can get rid of that. They could break the kidney stones up. I mean, there's procedures in the hospital. They go and they use something to break them up, but you could do so much by just eating better or drink a lot of water or something. I don't know. I'm very open to lemon water, but even like different vegetables. Um, let me read this. A kidney stone usually will not cause symptoms until it moves around within the kidney or passes into one of the ureters. I'm gonna say uterus, but it's the ureters. Let me see that. Just cause. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's just very painful when let's say it passes to your bladder, and I mean, and I want to say tact or the tract to urinate. It just it's got to be very painful.
ureters,
Much of all the ureters. All right. The ureters are the tubes that connect the kidneys and bladder. Right, so from the kidneys to the bladder. If a kidney stone becomes lodged in the ureters, it may block the flow of urine and cause the kidney to swell and the ureter to spasm, which can be very painful. At that point, you may experience these symptoms: severe sharp pain in the side and back below the ribs, pain that radiates to the lower abdomen and groin, pain that comes in waves and fluctuates in intensity, pain or burning sensation while urinating. Right? I mean, that's just horrible. Why put yourself through that? I mean, that's just this is you know unbelievable. And I'm pretty sure that they have pills or anything like that. But it's just anything chemical. Yeah, it'll probably help you. But there's got to be better ways. To overcome that, even flush in your system or just uh, see, I drink coffee. They say if you drink a lot of coffee, you might be susceptible to having kidney stones. but I also drink a lot of water. And I do try to exercise, even though I don't think exercise is the will help me that much. But a better diet, is is probably the best thing. But then natural remedies to pass kidney stones. Drink plenty of water. See, that's just to pass kidney stones. Drink a mixture of lemon juice and olive oil. Ah, there's the lemon juice, olive oil. Try raw apple cider vinegar. Raw apple cider vinegar, yeah. And they say that just to fight diabetes or eventually, bring the sugar levels down. It is disgusting, but in natural remedies to fight. Uh, hmm. Dandelion root juice. I mean, there's just so many, in nature, there's just so many. It just, depending on which is the strongest, which has the most potential to help. If you have kidney stones, you're more than likely left no stone unturned. Haha. Yeah, I know it's corny, but it's funny. That pain and other symptoms comes from the blockage a kidney stone can cause. Typically, when the stone is traveling through your ureter, the tube that drains your kidney into your bladder. When the stone causes a blockage, your urine backs up to your kidney and causes swelling. Already read that, but how to tell if you have kidney stones. Nausea, vomiting, blood in urine. Well, that's pretty bad. Pain with urination. Those other symptoms, right? Fever or chills. Urine that smells bad or looks cloudy. Drink fluids. Dehydration is a big factor. See, if you're dehydrated for a long time, yeah, I mean, that's just, I mean, the kidneys, they need to be hydrated. That's pretty much. You should focus on having about 2.5 to 3 liters of urine output a day for adequate stone prevention. That's three. That's almost 3/4 of a gallon of urine output. Wait, what? 80 to 100 ounces a day for the average person. See what's 80 ounces. A beer is 12 ounces. So that's roughly 6 beers of water. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. A lot of times I do. Right now I feel dehydrated, so I know I should drink water, but I'm, too concentrated at this, and the other thing. Sometimes you just get so either stressed, this and that, or I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it is kind of weird and odd. It's like there's people that actually, I've seen, when they're young, they actually show you what they really want. They'll throw water out so you don't have any water. I know there's some spiritual kind of sense kind of thing, when there's individuals that want individuals to be dehydrated. I'm not like that. I don't get rid of water from sentient beings. When a child is really young, they actually show that. They grow up and they hide it. Consume citrus. Vegetables like lemon, limes, tomatoes, melons, and oranges are great for keeping your levels of citrate high. Citrus is important because it binds calcium in the urine. Citrus can also dissolve some crystals before they have a chance to even turn into a stone. That's very preventive. That's why oranges are great, but lemons, I think they even have more citrus. So lemons, oranges. They didn't put oranges on here. Oh, they did. All right, here it is. Duh. Melons, yeah, I remember reading about that. They do help with flushing your system. Like watermelon, cantaloupe probably as well. I heard watermelon is probably the best. Whether you put a squeeze of lemon in your water or chop up tomatoes for your salads, get to incorporate these foods into your diet. Lemon water, pretty much. Don't be afraid of calcium. Calcium is your friend. Since the most common stone is calcium oxalate, many people think that avoiding or limiting their calcium intake helps prevent kidney stones. Calcium is not the enemy for stones. Calcium binds oxalates in the gut. I mean, clearly, if you have too much of that and not something else, right? You should aim for about 1,200 milligrams. Right, you gotta control that. Watch your sodium intake. Oh yeah, salt. Like I try to avoid salt. I was trying to stop eating salt with like scrambled eggs, although kind of didn't taste the same, especially unless I mix with something else that kind of has salt in it. You know, salt is a big factor, and not just for the kidneys. I mean, even your heart, a lot of stuff. A low sodium diet, about 2,000 2,300 milligrams a day, can help prevent kidneys. I mean, see, like you're not gonna measure that. I mean, what kind of sensible person would be measuring this and that? With like a scientific, a measuring contraception. Ugh, fuck that up. Fuck that word. Anyway, even if you do it in your mind, you calculate, you can. I mean, to me, it's just about having a sense, not overdoing salt. Like I'm not gonna give an example, but I am not gonna give an example. I like pickle juice water. Pickle juice water. It does have a lot of salt. It feels like it's salty, but it's from garlic and a lot of other stuff. Not every day, but once in a while, I feel like having it. It just feel like just like refreshes my gut, my stomach, my intestines or whatever. I mean, it's about having a balance. A balance in diet. Went to see your doctor. If you're reading this, you're like, oh shit, probably you should. But let's hear another one. Oh, to treat. That's a good one. And I'm not gonna say everything works. Like I don't know what works for you. I don't know if everyone's made up. I'm pretty sure everyone's not made up biologically the same. So we have this deficiency of that. Not everything's gonna be be made according to your biology makeup. So, but I think it's worth to incorporate that in your daily lifestyle. Pretty much drink water, hydrate, lemon juice, pomegranate juice. Kind of expensive there. Even the pomegranate is like $2 in Jersey, but you know what? I mean, you want to do the work. It's actually it's beneficial for the heart. I've heard as well. It really strengthens like the heart walls or the blood vessels or something like that. Pretty much you can make dietary changes. Except I wouldn't tell anybody just to dive in, just eat salads and drink lemon water. You're gonna be exhausted from it. You're gonna get hungry. But slowly there. Use more vinegar. Yeah, I do like some things with vinegar, but I'm not too crazy about vinegar. Drink tea. See, not just green tea. There's a lot of teas out there. If you incorporate in your diet, they do help. Kidney beans and bean broth. There you go. Just told you right there. Don't worry, you're not gonna eat a kidney now. Brew some hibiscus tea. Take a shot of wheatgrass juice. I don't know if I have that. Increased flow of urine. That what it does. There's other herbs out there that increase the flow of urine. Like you don't have to get drunk if you don't like it. And your girlfriend tells you no, they're double. Or unless she just hates wheatgrass, and then she'll tell you to go to the bar. I'll meet you. You're buying though. Basil does as well, I guess. However, basil is high in antioxidants, has been shown to benefit immune health and reduce inflammation. See, there's no scientific research. No scientific research. Like people from hundreds, thousands of years ago, they probably used it, and what kind of scientific research you're gonna have? Are you gonna put somebody in a lab? What about all those pills you sell? Is there scientific research? So you have it made, and the percentages, this and that. I mean, I really don't care about your scientific research, though. Raspberries. Yeah, there's plenty of foods that you can incorporate in your diet that, it's antioxidants. I think it's a very important word. Right now, I'm going through something with I need antifungal. I'm trying to use that, but antioxidants and antimicrobial, very important words, and diuretic. Let me look at this one. Some people think it's just for females or something. It's like causing increased passing of urine. Diuretic. Anything that says either on the label or you look it up and it's a vegetable or fruit or certain drink or food or whatever. And it says it's a diuretic or herb, especially. it makes you pee a lot more. So eventually flush your system a lot more. Chances are, if you have little stones, you might flush them out so they don't grow or they don't accumulate to be bigger ones. I mean, that's the natural way. When you get to a certain level, yeah, you probably need either medicine or you need a procedure. I mean, it's very painful, But staying hydrated, drinking enough water is pretty the best thing, I really don't like being dehydrated. It brings me depressed, not just depressed, but just my whole body just feels it, especially when I'm running or I'm riding a bicycle or something. I need water. Uh, the simplest thing I did when I was riding bicycle, chew gum. You get that little bit of water going, you feel a little bit better, But that's just what I remember when I was riding a bicycle. I was like, I gotta get gum in case my rudder runs out, and so many out there won't let me process my debit card, so I don't get any water. Like I don't. There's people out there, they don't want you to get water. They want you to get dehydrated, and they want short term and long term effects for you, whether they're conscious, whether they admit it or not. That's really what they want. They want to torture people, especially in like one of the richest, nicest, cities in the world, like New York, especially there. But if you drink water and do a lot of other things, you could prevent it. Or you could just get rid of that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people just, they need a procedure like I think they do a sonic ultrasound or something. I don't know if that's it, but like they do some shocking thing where they break the stones up. Eventually, you pass it. Or like the last resort is just to operate, but that's got to be a pretty big stone. And I'm pretty sure, like when you get to that level, you're hurting all the time. It's like why put up with that?